On Wednesday, March 3rd, the moon will be in Scorpio all day, making 12 different aspects throughout the day with other planetary bodies. Now, this is the day that I would say is a little bit shaky, a little bit scattered, a little bit all over the place for a couple of reasons. We have Venus, the goddess of love and beauty and pleasure, new value, new worth. She is settling into her energy in Pisces, which is a little bit of the dreamer. You know, we're in love with love. We're all over the place. We're focused on the beauty, on the joy of life. And she's making an aspect with Chiron in Aries, which is the wounded healer planetoid. So this kind of speaks of an opportunity to have some deep healing issues really be resolved, especially in our relationships. Venus continues to make an aspect, a sextile, a good energy blend with Uranus, which is going to shake things up. The moon will be opposing Uranus at this particular time. And this, although wants us to connect with others, wants us to kind of bust out of our comfort zones and be a little bit more outgoing to, get out there and connect with like-minded people, that Uranian energy is shock and awe. It's an awakener. It's also very erratic. So although we want to connect to others, although we have a huge opportunity to connect with like-minded people and make some divine connections here, we also just want to abandon routine and abandon, our existing relationships just to go out and have some fun, to spice things up a little bit. That Uranian energy wants us to kind of bust out of the comfort zone and think outside of the box. That Uranian energy is low and slow and grounded in this Tauran energy. And of course, Venus rules over Taurus. So there is an inner conflict happening here because, she's in her power and trying to blend this energy with a little bit of excitement from that Uranian energy as well. Mars does dive into Gemini here today as well, and this is going to feel like a huge burst of energy in the mental plane. You can definitely tune into March's energy forecast, dive a little bit deeper into what Mars's transit in Gemini will lend. But basically, this is a mental stimulation transit. Mars wants us to actively pursue, to take action, to go after what it is we want, need, and desire. We're very aggressive about it. And because Mars is moving into Gemini, Gemini is an air energy ruling over the mental plane, ruling over our thoughts, our ideas, how we process new information, and how it is that we're communicating, expressing ourselves outwardly. That Gemini energy is about extremes. There's a lot of duality that comes into play. We might just find that we are offered up two different perspectives, two different options, two different choices that we're going to have to debate in order to find a sweet spot in our mental planes, bridging the gap between our heart and our head before taking action. But that Mars energy is really going to be explosive. We're going to feel like we have 100 tabs open in our brain, and although we are curious, although we're open to learning new things, although we are processing information at very high rates, we're a little bit scatterbrained too. We do lose focus on seeing one thing to completion, one thing to the end, and we do have a high probability of mental burnout. So coming into this energy, I would definitely write down what it is that is on your brain, what it is that you need to put most of your attention on so that you don't lose sight and get distracted by the million things that are going to pique your interest while Mars is in Gemini.